many girls cause they talk too much. I enjoy quiet nights at home, no curl up next to you. Though I ain't a virgin, that don't mean I'm having sex with you. There I go, I'm spotted. And anything I want, I got it. Fly over brown line, smile like the sunrise. Say there I go, I'm spotted.
Not no motherfucking light skin. Like, I'm not. I consider myself to be caramel.
All right. Look. So back then, there was 2 categories. You either light skin, dark skin. It ain't matter what range of shade you fell on. You was either light skin, dark skin. Now, things have evolved. People feel like they're beige, natural, peach, honey, cappuccino, mocha, all the coffee flavors. All the flavors in the world. All the 32 flavors of that Bootylicious bubblegum. That's what is pretty much on the market now. So you starting to see a lot of people, I'm starting to see a lot of people get on here and say they're caramel. I had a rap back then where I was like, now I'm that flavor of that Bootylicious bubblegum, skin like caramel, chocolate pieces. Don't you want some? I was talking about Reese Pieces. What shade you think I am?
What's up, everyone? It's Books and Looks TV. Today, I'm going to discuss skin color stratification. Skin color stratification has always divided Black people under white supremacy, pretty much. I used to care, I guess, about being labeled as like brown or medium brown or caramel, especially when it came to like songs. I thought it was nice to like see myself in a song. Even Juicy J saying shit like, the natural curly hair, please don't touch. At a time where curly hair wasn't really a great signifier of anything or demonized, it was just nice to hear in a song. So it was like a singer, rapper, whatever, saying, we'll say she's 5'2", whatever. All this shit, you know, you feel good about yourself. You see yourself. Recently, there's been like an argument about what's considered light skin or red bone, etc., right? Me growing up in the 90s, I always thought high yellow people were people who were obviously like mixed race, people who got sunburned easily. Maybe if you even touched their skin too long, it would turn red. I went to school with a lot of people who were considered high yellow. Some weren't necessarily like biracial, but some of them obviously maybe their parents could have been mixed, whatever. They kind of had like this peachy look to them. A red bone or someone who was light skinned or red, whatever, was someone who was like Glorilla skin complexion or just someone who was obviously Black, but you could tell they weren't mixed. My mom, she's what people would consider red. They actually call her Little Red, the people who grew up with her. Brown skin to me, of course, varied because you could be darker skin, you could be in between. Light brown or medium brown or caramel was the people who apparently light or darker, not necessarily the darkest, but they were like in between. And recently there's been like a conversation of these pictures on social media, right? There's like a new skin color stratification. It could just be like a simple social media post, but there have been like girls who I would consider brown skin, obviously, but not, I wouldn't call them caramel growing up the way I did. And people, because caramel has been known as being like lighter brown, they've been really offended by it. But as a lot of people have said, us being labeled like candy or objects is already problematic, right? And these women choosing to call themselves caramel is just displaying how desirability works, right? So obviously, some of these women are brown skin. I'd even say some of them are like dark skin, because caramel has been, that phrase, caramel or light brown, has been what I have said in the past, labeled as safe skin, which my friend who is a dark skinned woman told me that I have safe skin as a brown skinned woman. I'm not saying this for like self-appraisal, right? These are just descriptors that have been used to like define complexion. Again, for me, I know that some people might consider me light skinned, but if I say I'm light skinned, people will be like, you ain't light skinned. I never said I was light skinned, by the way. People, if I say I'm brown skinned, or if I'm dark skinned, they'll be like, you're not dark skinned. Some people would probably agree that I'm brown skinned, but again, because I'm usually lighter most of the year, I am considered light brown, medium brown, or caramel. And again, I really don't give a fuck. It's just, this is how people have described me, right? because I have this complexion, I have been questioned about my identity, and I have also been protected amongst Black people. And so even when I have said in the past, I haven't really experienced colorism, it's not to say that I haven't been impacted by colorism. I live in a racist society, but nobody has ever called me horrible names talking about my skin. Nobody has demonized my skin within the Black community. So I do know I'm privileged as someone who is brown skinned. Knowing that caramel, medium brown skin has been privileged, I'm not surprised that women who don't necessarily have that complexion, or those who feel like they have the complexion, have labeled themselves as caramel, because there has been a safer or desirable phrase for women who have a certain skin complexion. The thing that happens with this is that we are constantly fighting to be seen as more desirable, right? These women saying this, of course, it might be seen as denial, but I think a lot of people are making a mockery of them because they're like, you're not caramel, you're not brown skin. And it's like, they are brown skin. They might not be what you consider caramel or lighter brown, but they are brown skin. I think that women just want to feel validated by saying this. Again, maybe people might really believe they're caramel, but what caramel or brown skin has generally been has not been the experiences of a lot of these women with this complexion. So even these women saying this, I don't think it'll make them more desirable to men, honestly. And that's not to say that they aren't beautiful. You know, that's not to say that they shouldn't be desired. There has been so much anti-Blackness towards people who are darker skinned. So it's just another way to distance yourself from darker skinned people. Even when people acknowledge people who are light brown, they say, oh, you're trying to distance yourself from the Black community. And it's just like, we all Black. There has, again, been this privilege towards, okay, darks at the bottom, medium brown. Okay, we gonna leave y'all alone. Lighter skin gets all the praise. And so I think that people just want to be appreciated. People want to be valued. And sadly enough, people, again, are looking at these women and saying, you're actually insane to think that we should value you, is the ultimate underlining tone of this. If someone considers me brown skin or light skin or whatever, I guess it doesn't really matter. For caramel and brown skin women to get up in arms about this, or like people who have been traditionally labeled as medium brown or light brown to get up in arms, I think you just really have to check, like, am I being anti-Black by being so defensive of this, like, signifier of my skin tone? You know, I think in the totality, there's nothing wrong with descriptive words. But when it's used as a scale of value, that's when it's an issue. So generally, if people want to call me brown skin or light skin or light brown, that's up to them. But valuing someone based on how they appear is the issue. And I think, again, a lot of this has caused like insecurities amongst Black women as a whole. I don't want to be a part of perpetuating colorism by being very defensive of my skin tone or descriptors. I want to be an ally to darker skinned people and even to like lighter skinned people. Because I think at the end of the day, if we are all like knowing what our common enemy is or the problems we face and we uplift each other, I feel like we'll be better off. But I do think we have to acknowledge that we do have privileges based on our skin tones, unfortunately.
Y'all, this girl is crashing out in her comments on this video because people are calling her dark skin. So this is a up close of her skin color. You can very much see that she is the lightest part of being dark skinned. Like, if we looking at a chart, I'm gonna classify her as like dark right here. Like, not this one right here, but like right above it. Like, you can clearly tell that that is her skin tone. And quite honestly, like, this whole argument is so tiring because, like, there's either being light or dark. There's no butterscotch, there's no caramel, there's no Hershey. Like, no, there's none of that. It's light or dark. Now, you could be the darkest part of the light category, and you can be the lightest part of the dark category, but there's no butterscotch, this, that. And it's honestly sad because I know for a fact somebody in her life that made her feel like she had to classify herself anything other than dark, which is super sad because she's definitely carrying this throughout her adulthood. But it's kind of crazy because, like, let's just say you were light skinned. Is being dark skinned that bad? Like, I want to know because I'm content with it. I love my skin, you know, and I definitely understand that there's some people who would do the most to make themselves appear as bright as possible, but I don't understand what's this whole issue with being dark skinned, because the way she was trying to correct people, she was mad. She was like, y'all, I'm dead ass not dark skinned, so I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. And it's just like, girly, it's okay if you're dark skinned. It's okay. We would have been out in the field together, holding hand in hands, picking that motherfucking cotton now. So it's just kind of sad that she was over there basically offended that people called her dark skinned when she kind of is. But to each their own, to each their own. Let's go, Caramel Queen.
The amount of hate you have to be engaging in order to hold up a bag of caramel over your face to show that you're caramel skin, whatever the fuck, that's insane. You're a black person. That's it, that's all. I hate to break it to you. That's it, that's all you are. That's it. Caramel skin. I even saw somebody say almond skin, hazelnut skin, latte skin, chocolate skin, ebony skin, black. All of us, we are all what? Black people. We are all collectively black, right? Our skin, well, it's not exactly black, but that's it. That's the category. Stop stressing yourself. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. There's no trophy. There's no medals. You'll be okay. I promise you, babes. Everything.
Let me be black. I ain't dark chocolate. I'm more like a caramel macchiato.
And then I get darker when the light not on me, but I'm brown.
Accepting is hard. It took me years to realize that, yes, I am a part of the light-skinned community. Well, at least part-time. I check in the brown skin sometimes. But the skin color you are when you're out of the sun, that's your natural skin color. So if you in that caramel skin color range, which I call sand brown or kind of orange color, you are light-skinned. It's hard to identify because, brown got so much variety of colors. Like, it got so many shades, so it's hard to identify. And, being light-skinned, come with benefits, and then it comes with some things, too. You don't want to be as, especially for the fellas. It's more beneficial for the lady, but the fellas is associated with being soft and sensitive and emotional. And I was like, that ain't me. Then I realized, no, that is me to an extent. And also it depends where you are. If I go to some parts of America, some parts of Africa, some parts of South America, I will be viewed as light skinned, okay? Growing up, I was the darkest one in my house, so I did not consider myself light skinned at all. I would consider myself brown skinned. But like I said, when I'm around certain people, they say I'm the lightest one around, so it depends who you're around. I'm sure if I was in certain areas, they'll say I'm dark skinned, okay? But yeah, it's hard to accept it, but it's nothing wrong being light skinned, nothing wrong being brown skinned, nothing wrong being dark skinned. The natural skin color you are without being in the sun, that's the one is in your range. Even though right now light-skinned brothers ain't getting the love we used to, I'm still going to accept that I'm in the light-skinned delegation that's carried by Drake. And hopefully soon we're able to make a full comeback, okay? We might need some trades. For the brown-skinned and dark-skinned community, this brother's a free agent.
Me being brown-skinned and not getting picked on like dark-skinned woman.
She said that was a joke. But I literally don't see where the joke is. What is she joking about? She also said this. It's because we mind our business. So what I'm getting from this is you're saying the reason dark-skinned women go through colorism is because they don't mind their business. Also, I hate when brown skins are like, well, I don't go through colorism, but I don't have the privilege of a light skin, so that's why I call myself brown skin. Babe, have you heard of Megan Thee Stallion? That's a brown skin woman. Do you understand how much colorism she goes through for her skin tone? Like, y'all, I don't know why y'all act like this, please.
I've never been dark skinned in my entire life. So yeah, whoa, that was so wild. But I had a lot of confusion on what my last video was really about. Like, I was discussing what I consider my true color deep inside. And I really resonate with, like, my true identity is a mocha caramel chestnut oak chocolate variety with like a splash of mahogany in there. Like, I know black. I know black. I'm mocha. I know black. I know black. Oh, I forgot to mention I have some like granola on my mother's side, but I'm like 11% granola. But that is my true skin color. Mocha caramel chestnut oak with a splash mahogany with some granola, like 11%. That's who I am. See this? This is what you guys sound like in my head, okay? When you're like, I know black, I know black, I know dark skin, I know dark skin, I know. People are in my comment section saying that I am medium skin, I am deep skin, I am brown skin. We are all brown. We are different shades of brown. Oh my God, stop calling us brown skin. What does that mean? Y'all can fight in my comment section. I said what I said.
So yeah, I just seen a girl post a video and it was like, listening to camera light skinned people try to explain that they not light skinned, something like that. I commented and said, I'm not, I'm brown skinned. Why they in the comments talking about some you are light? You are light. I am not light skinned. I'm very much brown skinned caramel. Like come on, bro. Look at me. I'm caramel as fuck. Like y'all see the shit. Everybody keep talking about I look like a bag of sugar, bag of flour, bag of rice. Like, I just feel like y'all over-exaggerated because I'm brown-skinned caramel, baby. Caramel. I'm not light-skinned at all. Like, look at me, baby. I'm not light-skinned. I'm caramel, bookie. Like, nothing. Like, look at my skin. It's not light-skinned. I don't know why y'all want me to be light-skinned. Baby, I'm brown caramel girly. I'm not light skinned. Please stop calling me light skinned. I'm not light skinned at all, bruh.
I'm gonna say one more thing about this brown skin conversation, then I'm gonna drop it because, like I said, this conversation is very unproductive. Some of the people who y'all refer to as brown skin benefit from light skin privilege. Other people who y'all refer as brown skin do not have that kind of access. And so when you put things into that perspective, not only is the label brown skin kind of pointless, but it's also damaging in some cases. And it does not help y'all in y'all's argument when y'all bring up words like featureism, because featureism is its own aspect of anti-blackness, completely separated from colorism. Y'all can tell me that they're only the same shade in this picture because of the lighting a million times. All I'm gonna say is there's a bunch of brown skin girlies that no matter how much lighting you put them girls under, who are not gonna share the same skin tone with Beyonce. Another reason why I can't take this brown skin brigade all that seriously is because we're all brown, are we not? Like, we're all different shades of brown. So when y'all say shit like brown skin, it makes me feel like y'all are avoiding something, you know? I deadass feel I can debunk this whole argument with one question, alright? Would Massa have y'all ass in them fields or in the house? Okay, get back to me.
OJ, like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Like, bitch, I'm not Mexican, bitch, shut up.
I'm not Mexican, bitch, I'm Dominican. Bitch, I'm Dominican. Bitch.
So, we about to get into the makeup that you truly do need for the common girls. Nobody ever really tell us exactly what to get, but I'm about to right now. So first we're gonna start off with the foundations. I have Fenty Beauty in the color 410, and then I have Fit Me Maybelline in the color 338. Now these foundations, baby, mix them together, royalty. So now we're gonna move on to concealers. I definitely would recommend the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. It's in the shade Golden Honey. So I also have the Cool Tan Pro Conceal, and I also have the Pure Beige Pro Conceal. I literally mix all of these because, you know, ain't nothing that's just right. There's nothing that's perfect in this world. So, you know, you might have to do a little whipping in the kitchen. So I use the NYX Tame Frame for the brows. Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. No matter if I'm doing the top or the bottom, it kills. So for my girls that love to add their little freckles, I use Urban Decay, actually a concealer, and it's extra deep setting powder, and it's HD Flawless by Absolute New York. You gotta have, okay? Right here. It's gonna set everything to the T. Go and get you some. Now, I really got this stuff for no more than like, I don't know, don't ask me. Bye.
Bitch, I'm Big Carvin'. Yeah. Don't call me Kim, ho. The fuck? Got good pussy, have them bustin' out my window.
Also, whatever happened to being brown skin? Like, that is a thing. Black people come in all different shades. Literally, what is wrong with being brown skin? Why is it now this thing of, oh, either you're light skin or you're dark skin? Because I don't think y'all understand how much that is contributing to the erasure, however, of actual dark skin, dark skin people. Like, why are y'all calling Megan Thee Stallion dark skin? Why does Summer Walker think that she's dark skin? Like, yeah, you're darker, but not dark enough to pull colorism. You know good and well colorism is not your problem. You know it's not. You literally know it's not. When I talk about dark-skinned artists, I'm not talking about SZA. SZA is brown. Damn near got a golden undertone. Like, she's brown. I'm not talking about Megan Thee Stallion when I talk about dark skin. Megan Thee Stallion's not fucking dark skin. I'm talking about Normani. I am talking about No Name. I am talking about Flo Milli. I am talking about Amaretta. That is dark skin. And yes, there's a spectrum, but it's like I just really hate that card like be getting pulled like, oh, it's because she's dark. Because I'm like, what do y'all think that people who have even deeper shades than that go through? Because once the wintertime hits, those people are light skinned. What do y'all feel about the people who are dark skinned literally all the time?
See women who are just like, you know, I want to be beautiful. If I can be caramel or say I'm caramel, which again has been some alignment of beauty. No, it's really like a difficult, nuanced conversation, because you would think that as time has gone on with all, it just shows how we've internalized so much anti-Blackness and we haven't come to the conclusion of how to just really liberate ourselves. And that just shows that white supremacy seems like it's ongoing and it's doing its job, because we're fighting over each other about these names and phrases and dehumanization that has been done onto us. I think that's really sad. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Let me know what you think down below. And thank you so much for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.